Ye papa lawyer Martin Pebu ababonten edin nsem bia babetudwa. Ye papa lawyer Martin Pebu oka ora team no ho na nsem ode abetudwa abusuafo ano edin ye papa. Sika papa ebobo on live TV. Otchere se na nado danko akofo ado Gabby Otchere Darko Boakye Darko ene sisili adapa omo sika sem ne some scandals bi abusua echese enkofo ya twe sika papa Otchere se sa 500 million de enya de a echese obehwe ne han ono de se omo nteki bibia mpa sa 500 million ya all can with TV so they are going to prosecute that person nipa no ya de wa bo krono nti ye de krono na ye de be gina court e de ato no say ye krono enyo no na ka na constitution no na ka say wo fa sika krono na ono be take ni on na busu sika papa ya bobo a Otchere se Gabby Otchere Darko ene na Darko akofo ado MPP in fact omo di o my bonne papa na papa sika bobo wo live TV so no pese ye ko ni kwoti ne nsem odi atudwa efa discoveries a omo aba papa yi abobo sika amount papa dey tudwa no abusu ano den pese ye ko ne kwoti ha be media GH so ene dey come ni channel so be subscribe am wa bo notification bell so for more podcast updates yonko ne kwoti papa yi Martin Pebu a member of the Ora team the discoveries ene ni abusu odi abeto abonte.
It's obvious, yes, that's what Domlevo popularly says, when you fight corruption will, yes, and we will see from our history how cases go to court and they take so long, right? Because people are very powerful, they can fight and all that. So it's true that a lot of these guys are not going to just lie down and be defeated easily, right? But it's also true that, especially for those properties that they've not succeeded in totally, so let's say the capture, those that they've not succeeded in taking away, they will also not get them. So let's say, for instance, the agric mechanization land, what we've shown. Okay, where are they going to pass to come and build? No, if they are challenging it, so they won't get access to it. They are not going to build.
But what about those that have been taken away already?
So those that have been taken away, a different kettle of fish. So when ORA gets to the implementation stage, we'll see how we collaborate with OSP, IOCO, etc. Then we would, be able to get into retrieving the assets. Because, I mean, some of them, they finish kind of dissipating. So you need a court of law to convict those persons, and then in the process, some of them can return. Okay, some of them can return them. So take an example. You see how? Okay, I'll just leave it because it's a pending matter. So let's give a hypothetical example. If let's say Minister X took our money, and then Minister X gave the money to his family members to attend school, and some family members also mismanaged some. So you see that the money is gone far. But if we put Mr. X before the law court and we're able to prove that this money you gave to your family and those that your family members have mismanaged are government funds, then Mr. X will be facing a jail term. But if Mr. X wants to avoid the jail term, he can do plea bargaining, bring the properties back, etc. Right? So, but definitely there will be accountability. And when we say accountability, I know some people want only the jail term, but it's a broad spectrum, different things. Even talking here, I always mention the Cecily Adapa example. Even let's leave the Cecily Adapa example. Let's mention Akufo-Addo's example. So forever, Akufo-Addo and his family, it will be history that Akufo-Addo tried to add $800 million, $800 million, almost $1 billion to the Ameri deal, and Ghanaians caught him. So his name is, destroyed forever. Here is a president who tried to do a deal behind Boakye Darko. You have your minister for energy. Then he's supposed to negotiate an Ameri deal. It gets to a point, then you see that, hey, this is an opportunity for me to steal money. So Akufo-Addo takes him out of the leap, and between Akufo-Addo and Gabby and the people out there, 800 million is added. Then we caught him. When we caught him, I was misled by Boakye Darko. Then he tried to sacrifice Boakye Darko.
But is there an issue that you will take up as well?
That one, it depends on further information. The one I'm willing to do is the fumigation one, because Manasseh did a lot of investigation. The fumigation between Akufo-Addo and Zoom Lion, that over 500 million they spent on the fumigation when it was unnecessary.
So you are going to take it up?
Oh, that one, it will go to OSP. Yes.
You are going to OSP?
Yes, corruption.
When will this be?
We are working on it. I've had some preliminary meetings just before, I think that was 29th or 30th of December. Preliminary meetings will be carried on. So the example we are giving is that, so though Akufo-Addo has not been taken to court over the $800 million that he tried to steal in the Ameri deal, his name is gone forever, because who will understand this? Who will? Anytime that
he hasn't gone to court, why do you say he tried to steal?
But he admitted, he says he was misled. I told you that when you are going to court, you, as a prosecutor, you are allowed to say what you think.
That's why I'm asking the question that if he hasn't gone to court yet, how do you say that?
Excellent. Let me repeat. When you are going to court, it's not when the judge
that he was misled.
Yes,
but
misled he admitted it.
No.
And also number two,
misled doesn't necessarily mean that he attempted to steal.
Look,
I just think
don't worry. Let's repeat.
So you're saying that because you say you are going to take up other matters in court to deal with it. I'm only saying that if you are saying that yes, he was misled, and the fact that
so.
Yes.
And Boakye Darko says no, he's not the one. He didn't mislead her. It was deliberate.
Precisely.
Boakye Darko is alive.
Because you earlier indicated that some of the matters will have
Akufo-Addo
to go to court. If the matter hasn't gone to court yet, how do you then say that he tried to steal?
Okay. So let me repeat, please.
Honorable
all the matters. Did you say honorable?
No, gentlemen. Let's keep focused. I asked the question.
So I'm saying that, listen, in matters like this, when you have analyzed the facts and then you think that it is stealing, you are allowed. In my opinion, I say it was an attempt to steal. And I told you that even when the case is going to court, the prosecutor writes the charge sheet, they charge you for stealing. So all the people before court, they've been charged. The offenses, you have the various names. They'll say stealing, even when the judge has not yet pronounced. That is our law. So you're allowed to accuse. So that if at the end of the day, it turns out that you had no basis, apart from losing the case, that's why our law allows that you, the prosecutor, etc., you can also be taken on for malicious prosecution.
I see.
So that's a remedy. So it's not as if it's just a carte blanche that you can just see Paul Graves and just slap any charges on him. No,
yes,
there is a counter law that if you abuse the law, where it is clear that there is nothing on the CMC and you just add him, like the way Godfred Dame added ACP Agwojo and Colonel Gamele to the coup d'etat case.
To flavor it.
Exactly. And Godfred Dame opened his mouth and told me that, oh, Martin, I just added Agwojo to make the case strong. And Agwojo was standing right behind me and he heard it with his own ears. So that's how come in a case like that, we can do malicious prosecution. Yes, so please, when we sit here, I'm a lawyer. I beg you. I know that if I'm not careful tomorrow, I could also be at the receiving end. So I'm very careful. This 800 million I mentioned, I beg viewers, Akufo-Addo came and admitted. And then he sought to say that it was Boakye Darko who deceived him. And Boakye Darko says, no, you took me out. It was between you and Gabby. What have I defamed Akufo-Addo? I've not gone beyond that. I'm a lawyer. And you think if I was just in the, not wet my sword, you think I would have reached here? At least go to the bar. You will see cases I've done. They've helped Ghana a lot. You see, I hardly talk about myself, but when maybe in occasion like this, maybe I have to remind you a bit. There were things, people older, lawyers came and went. I remember table number one. Let me mention something. Let me mention something. In table number one, but they been wrote in the judgment that, this lawyer, people have come and gone, people of great repute. They came and went. They never saw this thing. And he took this young man. Come on, I've also done my bit. So we are helping a democracy. I'm not interested in defaming anybody. That's how come Akufo-Addo hasn't done anything to me.
In fact,
all the things I do.
That's why
he couldn't have sent national security after me. No, but he knows I speak the truth. So there's nothing that can be done to me.
Everybody. I think those of us sitting in the studio and everybody listening to the discussion this morning can make sense of where the issues are, and even if we haven't gotten into the real details of it yet, where the processes are taking us. First of all, having seen what is before us now, I would say that it was a very good thing that President Mahama and at the NDC, I'm told it was part of your manifesto, right?
Yes. It is.
So it is a very good thing. Because why? The fact that there is a great deal of public interest, one, and two, public concern about perceived or real improper acquisition of state properties by certain interests, individual, basically private. That concern is all over the place. We know it. We have had all the institutions that the MPP is talking about. Who has even raised these issues? Some of the issues that we are hearing right now, I doubt whether if oral did not exist, whether we would ever have gotten to even know about them.
Absolutely.
There are people who have been battling their cases in court. And it is quite clear that when you go to court against somebody who is fighting you over your property, has political backing, you are up against a very strong wall. And it seems like the evidence that is coming up would suggest that a lot of the people who have had advantage of some of the state properties we are talking about either appear to or indeed do have real political backing from the states and state actors. So I listened to the legal issues that MPP raised, and then I listened to Lawyer Kpebu, who is himself a lawyer and a member of Oral, and then Lawyer Dafemekpo here. And it is quite clear to me that the NPP's initial argument hasn't even got two legs to stand on.
Hasn't got two legs?
It doesn't have two legs to stand on. I mean, they are question of legality. I'm not a lawyer, but I can reason. You know, I've listened to details of the Whistleblowers Act. I've listened to provisions of the national constitution that actually enjoins citizens to feel or be obligated to provide information for the protection of state property.
Yeah.
Even without oral.
Thank you.
I mean, without a committee instituted by president-elect or sworn-in president or whatever it is. I'm looking at some of these issues and I'm asking, so what is MPP really complaining about? Is it their concern that indeed public property is being misappropriated, or that they have a vested interest in some of the issues that we're looking at? I mean, when you come across a certain way, if you don't take care, people will question your sincerity.
Well, they say they're not against accountability.
Yeah, so that is why I'm saying that if they had taken their time to look at some of